Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Infinite Wish. Today we're going to talk about Venus in the 8th house synastry. Okay, so let's get right into it. So when Venus falls into the 8th house, okay, so let's talk about when they first meet. So when they first meet, both the planet and the house person will feel an intense attraction towards each other. And the Venus person will almost like start studying the house person, like almost checking out their movements, watching their body language, just super interested in the house person and what they're up to. The house person is also interested in the Venus person, but almost kind of wondering why the Venus person's acting kind of strange, and watching them like that when they also feel like the Venus person's very attractive. So they can find it a little bit strange when they first meet. So I would say that the conversations are great between the house person and the Venus person. Like, there's definitely a vibe there, and the conversations just flow. There's a lot of eye contact, especially with the Venus person. The Venus person is always trying to make eye contact with the house person. And when they start talking more, they'll kind of notice that they do have some similar experiences that they can kind of relate to and be like, oh, that's very interesting, me too, type of thing. The laughs are there, and of course there's a deep, attraction there, like sexual tension there as well. So the Venus person immediately wants to make themselves available for the house person, or maybe they already are available, but they want to show that they are interested in the house person. So they will kind of drop hints here and there, like doing something, or and the house person may or may not be receptive to this, because it's falling in the 8th house. I would say the house person could just be focusing on what they got going on in their life, and yeah, I would say something like that. And the Venus person is so ready. The Venus person wants to bring them into their world, show them who they are, almost like they want the house person to meet their friends, and the Venus person is just so ready to bring them into their world. Now, because this falls in the 8th house, the house person may not be receptive to this. The house person also could have just went through something, and they just so happen to meet the Venus person, and they're almost like trying to stay focused, but they still have this attraction towards the Venus person. So that could be how it is in the beginning. And if the house person isn't so open and receptive to the planet person's advances, the planet person can feel rejected. Now, depending on the nature of the relationship, it can be inappropriate or inappropriate, depending on, where these individuals are meeting each other. I would say one person feels like this relationship is not the best to take off. It might be like inappropriate in some sense. And I would say that there is a little bit of an age gap between the house person and the planet person. And the house person gets a vibe from the Venus person. They're not sure what they're picking up about the Venus person. They almost are like, is this the best thing to do right now? Because even though that the house person may be interested in the Venus person, they're very like unsure, because they're picking up on things that they may not, completely be interested in at the same time. So the house person and the Venus person do look really, really good together. I would say that everybody around them feels this energy towards them, like, oh, like get together already. Like, the vibe's there, and you guys look so good together type of energy. Or everybody may think that and may not want to say it because it's like so obvious. But that's another perspective. And because the planet falls in someone's 8th house, so let's take a look at what the 8th house represents. So looking here, the 8th house represents transformation, intimacy, life, death, inheritance, and how we face our fears. So this is a very deep house. So if you guys don't know, this is actually like a Scorpio house. So this is a very deep house for transformation, you guys. And depending on where the house person is in their life, they may be focused on some particular area in their life, and then bam, they meet the Venus person. So that's why the house person can be a little bit resistant to the connection at first. And without getting into all the specifics, because I will make multiple parts, this is just the first meetup initially, what they first see, the first couple of conversations, and how they feel towards each other. And just a little side note, when the Venus person and the house person meet, the Venus person wants to be around the house person, wants to be in very close proximity to them, may want to hug them, like just want that close contact with them, and especially with eye contact as well. So that's coming from the Venus perspective. Okay, so that's just the first part. I tried to make it as detailed when they first meet. If I do remember some stuff, I will include it when it comes to the attraction and how that might play out with the house and Venus person. But I do want to make more parts to the video of how the whole relationship, or the whole experience will play out between the house and the Venus person. So let's get ready for the part 2.